Good afternoon. It's a new week. The government is still shut down for now, and we have a lot of news for you today. From the KUOW newsroom, this is Seattle Now. I'm Paige Browning with a roundup of today's top stories. It's Monday, November 10th. In breaking election news tonight, a change in the lead for Seattle mayor. Challenger Katie Wilson has broken ahead and now leads incumbent Bruce Harrell by 0.04 percentage points. The results show Wilson's up by just 91 votes. On Friday, Harrell was up by 1.8 percentage points, a spread of 4,300 votes. Tabulating will continue all week as ballots are collected through the mail. 1,700 Seattle ballots are set aside because they need to be cured, which usually indicates the voter did not sign the ballot envelope. Otherwise, election officials have 6,400 ballots on hand to still count. People can track if their vote was counted on the King County Elections website. The next results update from the Elections Department is tomorrow at 4 p.m. In our ongoing coverage of the longest federal shutdown in U.S. history, it might be over soon. There's a deal to end it in the Senate circulating today, but Washington's congressional Democrats are not all on board. Senators Patty Murray and Maria Cantwell say they both voted no on the resolution on Sunday because it didn't do anything to guarantee expiring health care subsidies would be extended. These subsidies are the central issue of the shutdown. U.S. Representative Pramila Jayapal compared this new package to caving, saying it doesn't fix health care and is a betrayal to the American people. Yesterday's vote was just a proposal, and the Senate could vote on it tonight, possibly after we publish the show, and then it still must head back to the House and to President Trump's desk. Pivoting to a cloud that's hanging over Seattle and the basketball world today, Seattle Supersonics legend and NBA Hall of Famer Lenny Wilkens has died at the age of 88. Vaughn Jones has this remembrance.
Wilkens played 15 seasons in the NBA, including 4 with the Seattle Supersonics. He was an All-Star in 3 of those 4 seasons, while also serving as the Sonics head coach, the second ever black head coach in NBA history. After his retirement as a player, Wilkens returned to coach the Sonics and led the team to its sole championship in 1979. Sacramento Kings head coach Doug Christie, a former player himself, was born and raised in Seattle. He described Wilkens' impact on him before Sacramento's game on Sunday.
A kid from Seattle, 79 championship. Lenny probably doesn't even know that without him I'm not here, so.
Supersonics legend Gary Payton called Wilkens a true legend of the game in a social media post Sunday. Wilkens' impact on Seattle basketball was memorialized this summer with a bronze statue outside of Climate Pledge Arena. Wilkens is one of 5 people to be inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame as both a player and a coach. Vaughn Jones, KUOW News.
A couple stories on the health beat today. First, a warning on baby formula. There's a recall for Whole Nutrition infant formula from By Heart Inc. The packages might be contaminated with botulism. The formula should be thrown out if it has a use-by date of December 1st, 2026. In our next story, some promising research. Most autistic kids could be diagnosed by the age of 2, but many are not. That leads to lost years when kids could be getting help but aren't. Autism experts say public health agencies at many levels could help expand access to early diagnosis. Eilish O'Neill has more.
At some clinics, the wait time for an autism evaluation can be anywhere from 1 year to 4 years. Private psychologists generally have shorter wait times, though it can still take 6 months or longer to get an appointment. But those evaluations cost thousands of dollars. Annette Estes is a psychologist at the University of Washington and director of the UW Autism Center.
There needs to be a little bit of investment into diagnostic assessments to be able to really make sure that every kid has access.
Estes says increasing reimbursement rates for autism evaluations, especially from public insurance like Medicaid, could make them more accessible for lower-income families. Eilish O'Neill, KUOW News.
We'll hear more about autism in our episode Wednesday morning. From our business beat today, it could be the end of the road for Rad Power Bikes. The beloved Seattle e-bike company is considering shutting down. Monica Nicholsberg has this story.
Rad Power Bikes is speeding toward a financial cliff. The company is navigating the fallout from a sudden drop in demand after the pandemic and tariffs and other economic headwinds. Rad's executives have been trying to secure funding or find a buyer, but a deal they were banking on fell through, according to a letter shared with employees. All of those factors have put Rad in a difficult position. The company just notified Washington state regulators that it may need to shut down in January. If that happens, 64 employees would lose their jobs. Still, executives say they're exploring all options to save the company. Monica Nicholsberg, KUOW News.
And more reporting from Monica today. More students these days are opting out of four-year college degrees in favor of trade school. Here's more from Monica Nicholsberg.
The artificial intelligence era is a tough time to be entering the workforce.
AI is threatening a lot of white-collar positions, and a lot of my friends who knew, oh yeah, I definitely can be a programmer, are baristas now.
That's why Henry Jones is glad he went blue-collar.
A lot of my peers, they're just I don't know what I'm doing. They're a little lost, they're floundering, and I'm glad I found my place.
Jones is finishing up an apprenticeship to become an electrician at a trade school in Mount Vernon. Programs like his are booming. Washington State and Seattle Public Schools are adding capacity to meet demand for their apprenticeship programs. And educators say they're seeing more students from middle-class backgrounds choose a career in the trades. Monica Nicholsberg, KUOW News.
We'll have more on this story on tomorrow morning's episode of Seattle Now. In sports, the University of Washington women's soccer team had an emotional victory yesterday.
Shoots and she scores!
The Huskies beat Michigan State to win the Big Ten Tournament Championship and now head to the NCAA tournament. But that win was clouded by the team losing a teammate just days before. 21-year-old soccer player Mia Hammond died last week from kidney cancer. Her teammates wore orange kidney cancer awareness ribbons throughout the match. Finally tonight, Western Washington's getting ready to honor veterans tomorrow. And Natalie Newcomb's here with a reminder of the day's events, which start in Olympia.
Veterans Day ceremonies will fill the Capitol Rotunda at 11 o'clock, marking the 250th anniversary of the Marine Corps. And in Seattle, an event to honor LGBTQ veterans will kick off at 12:30. The public is also invited to place flags at Evergreen with Shelley Cemetery starting at 10 a.m. At the Museum of Flight, there will be a performance by the Boeing Employees Concert Band at 11 o'clock. I'm Natalie Akane Newcomb, KUOW News.
And a note from us, in honor of Veterans Day, we're taking the afternoon off and won't have a news show tomorrow night, but we will have a show tomorrow morning, a bonus episode from KUOW's economy podcast, Booming. Once we're all back Wednesday, bright and early, we'll dig into a local comedy show by autism advocates and autistic comedians who are pushing back against the way the Trump administration has characterized the disorder.
To have a space where we're not only pushing back on the narrative of what it means to be autistic and what causes autism, as opposed to just sort of a natural deviation in the human condition, but to laugh at it and to play and connect. It's really powerful.
Hear that show Wednesday morning. That's all for today from the KUOW Newsroom in Seattle. Our producer is Brooklyn Jamerson Flowers, and I'm Paige Browning. Seattle Now and KUOW are members of the NPR network. See ya.